What's up, you guys? And welcome back to another episode of your favorite Aunties podcast. You got something you want to say?
Yeah, they need to come to this show.
Yeah.
We are on the countdown. Like, it's literally coming up. It's coming so fast. I can't believe it, but I am so excited about it. So October 12th, we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're in Atlanta, you're near Atlanta, if you can get to Atlanta any way you can, girls trip, y'all get in the car and drive down, get your girls. It's going to be so much fun.
Yes. Tell your mom and them, your auntie and them.
Come on.
Your fellow nieces.
It's a family reunion.
It is. Bring your unks and your nephews. Unks and nephews, pull up. Pull up, because you know what? We want to show love to our unks and our nephews because they really are watching us all the time.
Yeah.
And they are so supportive. We see y'all in the comments. We see y'all just showing us love. They'll even be in the comments like when somebody's trying to say something about us, they be like, no. They come to our defense. So shout out to the unks and the nephews.
That's right. So we want to see everybody. Is for everyone to come, the whole family. So definitely come out again, October 12th, Atlanta, Georgia, yfauntiespodcast.com so you can get your tickets.
Listen, what are we going to be talking about today?
I'm excited. It is our first one of the season. You know, we have to do at least one every season.
Yeah.
And it is Ask the Aunties. So we have some questions that you all sent in. Our Patreon fam sent them in. We got some off of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Y'all want to ask the Aunties some questions. So we're going to answer them.
I call myself doing what you told me not to.
I know.
I put it in.
I know it.
I know it. Nothing.
Okay. You ready?
We're going to order?
Maybe. I don't know.
See, the thing about the questions, we wanted to make sure that we give y'all our raw reactions to them.
We haven't read them.
So we have not read through them. We have an amazing assistant who put all of this together for us. So shout out to her. Yeah.
You ready? Okay, how do you know when it's the right time to go on a date with someone that you met online? And how do you be safe in the process? Which is a good question.
Oh, that is a really good question.
A lot of people are online dating now.
Well, I don't know. I feel like if they're in your same city, you should be, I feel like, okay, this is me. If they're in your same city, you should go out with them within a week.
Oh, that's fast. Okay.
Within a week, they're in your same city, like to get to know each other and just make sure you're in a public place and you're not like, riding in the same car with them. Because again, this is a stranger. In the same way you would be at a restaurant with your girls and somebody comes up to you and meets you and y'all end up going off to another table and having a meal together. It's the same thing. So you don't necessarily have to stick around with them after or spend a lot of time with them. Just, get to know them. So within the first 2 weeks of getting to know somebody,
I would definitely say that. Only because I like to have multiple conversations with someone before we kind of go out.
Right.
And just kind of get that feel because I know my discernment will kick in.
Baby.
I'll be like, yay or nay. And I need a little bit of time to make sure. Because it is a real thing that you have to be safe out here.
You do.
And it can become like very just common because we're used to, dating apps are just here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's normal. It used to be a stigma.
Yeah.
But now it's like every day people are on there who don't got it all.
So
you do need to be safe. Make sure you tell somebody where you're at.
Right.
I'm always like, hey, friend, I'm going to be here. Send the address. Friend, I just pulled up. Okay, we're at the table.
This is what he looks like.
Okay, and then you can actually, I know I've done it multiple times, and I like when they're down for it. I take a picture with them.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, just take a picture with me.
Yeah.
You know I'm finna send this picture out. This what he looked like, friend.
Right.
So if you need it,
this what we had
to the police.
Okay.
This what he looked like.
You know what? So, this is so side note. Of course, I'm side questing. I remember my mom growing up, we weren't ever really just out of her sight in the first place.
Yeah.
But she always made sure to tell me, if I'm going to change, I need to tell her that I'm changing, because she always wanted to make sure she knew what I was wearing.
That's good.
She always wanted to know what I was wearing, just so, just if anything happened.
They'll ask you.
No, like, what was they last wearing? What did this look like? She was like, if you change, you let me know. Or she would tell me, do not change because this is what I know you have on.
One thing about them parents in the 90s, they taught us how to be safe.
Listen.
They taught us how to be safe. They didn't play no games.
Shout out to my mama. I love you.
Okay. We love our mommies.
Okay. But back to this. No, safety is a really, really big thing. Yes. Very, very important. Yes. To absolutely have some conversations with them, video chat with them before you all meet.
Come on.
Because that way you can see them. I don't like talking on regular phone. And even if you're getting to know somebody who has an Android, I was getting to know somebody who had an Android.
You had to throw them out like that.
Yeah. And I had to get on like Instagram or Facebook just so we could like, I'm pretty sure we could have done something else, but you just got to make sure.
Yeah, absolutely. If you get catfished in the year of our Lord 2024,
hello,
that's your fault.
It's your fault, and you deserve it. You deserve it.
Y'all got to do better. It's too many things you could do. Get your homegirl. This is detective.
Hello?
First and last name. That's all she needs.
Really, I just need to know first
Really
name.
the first. Really the first.
That's really it. And I can find out anything. And also, I'm going to go on a date with you. Okay? It's nothing for me to pop up.
Right.
Like, it's nothing.
Yeah.
If you can, I would say do that too. It's fun because it's fun between you and your girlfriend, like knowing that she's there with you.
They don't have to be on the date.
Right.
But just in the vicinity. Make sure you good.
Baby, I must have watched your date one time and it was good to me. I even let the bartender in on it. She coming back reporting to me. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah, memories.
Girl, we just be doing stuff.
We do.
Or let your friend, okay, now look, this is one of our tips. Let y'all get on the regular phone together and three-way call your friend so they can listen.
We are aging ourselves.
They don't do three-way
Baby,
no more?
no, they don't do no three-way.
It's a different kind of three-way now. Huh?
Girl.
No, get your friend on three-way call. Friend, I don't like the tone of his voice. I don't like something ain't right.
You gotta get the pictures because she'll send me the pictures and I'm like,
right.
Nah.
Matter of fact, I gotta show you somebody right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know it's gonna be a quick. Okay.
And I think I already know what you're gonna say.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Do you want to ask one or you want me to ask another one?
Okay, so this one says from Gabrielle. After a breakup, why does it feel like the person still has complete control over you and you as a person feel guilty for the breakup?
You can answer that.
So
baby.
I actually ran across this one video where it was just saying that a lot of times we feel a certain type of way after the breakup because we gave more than we received.
Very true. Very
so
true. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, I can attest to that. It's just like you feel entitled because it's like, wait, I'm not done. I didn't get what I was expecting, or I'm not done with this. But when it is done, it's like, wait, hold on. I'm here left picking up these pieces and it seems like you moved on because it's like they gained a lot from you.
Very true. I've definitely felt like that before. Yeah. I've never felt guilty though. She mentioned guilty. I've never felt guilty after a breakup.
I can say that I felt guilty after a breakup.
Like you initiated the breakup and you felt guilty?
Yeah. Anybody ever broke up with me?
Please.
Not that I can recall.
I think all of mine I did.
Men don't break up with women.
True. But they will do everything to make you do it.
They will.
They don't want to feel bad.
Men will do some.
Because they don't want to feel bad. No, they'll do everything to make you do it.
Right.
That's how I felt in my last relationship. Like, you're putting me in a position where this is what I have to do.
Right.
You know? So I didn't feel bad about it though.
Yeah. I think my thing is I don't want nobody to feel like I gave up on them.
Girl.
But that'd be me. But
they don't even think like that
at all. They don't care. They don't give a darn.
So why do you think people feel guilty, or why do you feel like sometimes, like she said, you still feel like that person has a pull on you?
Because you didn't get the outcome that you wanted. So of course that's why you're still thinking, and they still have the upper hand because it's like, you know that you would want to be back in that place with them. Or, you would still want it to be that way. And it's not one of those things that's like, well, I was ready to walk off, so I did walk off, and that's just what it is. It's like, no, I still actually wanted to be with this person. But when you feel like you didn't get all of what you put in, or if you feel like you just weren't done, I can completely understand it.
And go to therapy.
Yeah.
And then so that you can talk it out and you can work through the thought process. Because I tell y'all all the time, that's when I started therapy. Is after my last breakup. And so she was able to help me walk through the different pieces. I didn't feel like he still had a pull on me, but my emotions were still very much charged even a few months after the breakup.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes that pull too is just kind of like that tie. And it's when you spend a lot of time with somebody, you're sharing with someone, it's natural to create a bond. And so immediately after, I don't think you should be hard on yourself if you still feel the bond and the tie, or you still want it to work out. Like, it's natural. You care about this person. You love this person. Even if they did the wrong thing, like, you still love them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't think you should be that hard on yourself unless it's been a long time. And then you may need to pray. You may need therapy. You may need deliverance. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. People can get tied to another person. So I guess just measure the time and the intensity. Yeah.
That's good.
Let's see. We're going to do another fun one. Let's see. Okay, this one is from Shanita. How many times is too many times to circle the block on the same guy?
Well, oh, honey, that depends on you and your heart. That depends on you and your heart. I feel like I am a huge believer in you aren't hurt enough. It ain't hurt enough. I know when I get good and hurt, baby, I'm done. You could have a letter signed by Barack Obama himself.
A letter of recommendation.
I still be like, nah. But it just depends. You just have to get to that personal point where either you love yourself enough to walk away and stay away, or you just get hurt enough. Either you love yourself or you hurt yourself enough. Either way it goes.
I think it depends on the reasoning too, because if y'all just keep going around and around and around, that means nobody changing, him or you.
Yeah.
And so why are we're just getting back together for convenience and comfort.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do this with nobody else. Not that this is good.
Right.
I just don't want to do this with nobody else.
Yeah.
And so you have to, like you said, get your self-esteem and your confidence enough to be like, I don't want to do this with anybody. You or anybody else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you deserve better.
Yeah. That's good. And I think a lot of times it has to do with just that comfort. Just the comfort, like you said, like it has a lot to do with that comfort, and you don't want to start over with somebody else, and it's just like, baby, it's not gonna work. And it's like, if y'all gonna keep on being back together, then just stay together.
Just stay together.
Stay together and be miserable. No, I mean,
but
really.
Some people be breaking up and they don't need to break up.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just mad and you gonna be over it in a second, but because you mad, now you saying stuff you don't mean, and you're like, all right, I'm out. And it's like, yeah, come on now. Like, especially, I've learned, a lot of my friends are married.
Yeah.
Baby, let them vent. They going back. They not separating. They not getting divorced. They not doing none of that. Let them vent, because they finna go back.
Right.
So I think sometimes, too, that could be the thing.
And don't be mad when they go back.
Hello? What I said, y'all ain't finna keep me single. Going back to my man.
My man, I didn't really mean it. I was just mad.
I was playing.
When you told me that, I screamed, and I'm still screaming to this day. You ain't finna keep me single.
Ain't.
I'm going to my man.
What? Not to say nothing toxic. I'm just saying, like, because we can tend to expect people to be perfect and have it all together and all of that. And sometimes it's like, just give them a little grace, baby. All right. Y'all be all right.
That's funny.
Don't be circling too many times.
It's okay to look now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Just because you was finna hit me.
No, I'm just saying.
Let's see. Oh, shoot. These are... Okay. LaShawn, this one is for you, girl. Is wearing heels when going out socially not a acceptable thing anymore? Like, when you're going out, we not wearing heels? I know right now in my life, I'm gonna put some heels on, but at the same time, I'm not. No, I'm not. I know there was this big discourse
not as much
on
as
TikTok.
I used to.
Like, people ain't wearing heels no more. Because
I used to wear heels everywhere.
Yes.
And now at this age, if I'm going to like a concert or anything like that, I'm like, no. Yeah. When I walk into, I go to a lot of concerts, and I walk in and they got on all these heels and stuff. You know how going to the Toyota Center and you got on heels, baby? Yeah. It's a no for me.
Yeah,
no.
It's not in me to do. I've started wearing flats or just tennis shoes. I see why them women used to be at church
with them tennis shoes
on. I see. Mm-hmm. And I used to clown them women. I was talking about them, and I'm one of them now.
But also, I feel like the heels now, like, it's really just not made for you to be comfortable at all.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was younger, they still used to do a little something to give you some comfort. Yeah. Like, help you out a little bit. Mm-mm. Nah, now you got to brave it. Man, that stuff be hurting. No.
Yeah,
but if I'm going somewhere fancy or going to dinner or like dressing up, of course. But just because.
I know what I look like.
Hello.
Now I put it on if I'm with my man.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, it's a no.
It's tough, man. It's tough. All right. This one is from Brittany. I really want to hear your opinion, friend.
Okay.
As a bridesmaid, should the bride take on some of the financial responsibility as it relates to the wedding festivities?
Yeah, someone's getting married. And just okay,
maybe
like
it's your wedding.
Hello. But I think that's part of the reason why even when I get married, courthouse me. I'm not dealing with no bridesmaids. I'm not dealing with this and that. No, it's too much. I'm not finna feed y'all after the fact. Finna go broke in a day behind somebody else, and y'all don't even care about me. So I don't know. I feel like if the bride wants to do extravagant things, then if you knowing that they're extravagant, you should plan to financially take care of it. It's a plus if they want to chip in. It's a plus if they want to, help relieve that financial burden. But if these are things that you want to do as a bride, I feel like you should make the room for it in your own budget.
That would be the thoughtful thing to do.
Yeah.
If I was doing something, I would love to be able to just take care of everything.
Right.
I just want your presence here. Like your support, your friendship, that's what matters. Yeah. Not to say, there may be some things you have to do. Like you might need to get you some shoes. You might need to, you know what I'm saying? But the big things.
I understand bridesmaids dresses and shoes and accessories and stuff like that. Okay, cool.
Depending on what kind of dress.
Right. Now, thankfully, the brides, I've been a bridesmaid a lot of times.
Yeah.
And the dresses, I feel like they're very lenient in it, like 125, 150. Okay,
some
cool.
of them. Some people be tripping though.
Baby.
So yeah, I don't know. I think the thoughtful thing to do if you can.
Yeah.
But then also you know your posse too. Like, do they have the money?
Your what?
I'm sorry. I just aged myself. If some people know, like, hey, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So I don't know.
My posse got it. Gosh. Feel it.
No. Leave me alone.
That was good, friend. I just love how our age just pops out every now and again.
Raised in the 90s, child. We got a lot we can hone in on. I got another one.
Okay.
This is from at Miss Mocha Lovely 91.
Okay.
What are good and reasonable boundaries when dating and you're abstinent or celibate? And how do you stick to those boundaries?
You got to do what works for you. So I don't know if I've shared with them something that I would do or that I do or would. I don't know.
You did a long time ago.
A long time ago. So, it just depends on who you are as a person. For me, I would want to make sure that I'm well groomed if I know that a certain act is about to happen. And a way for me to continue in abstaining is if I try to, keep myself tame. But if I'm actually talking to somebody and I'm attracted to them, oh no. I got to let that thing grow out. I'm wearing granny panties when we go out. Like, I don't want your first interaction to be granny panties and a wild jungle. So, you just gotta do what works for you for real. Yeah. You gotta know if you can't do any sleepovers, don't do no sleepovers. Mm-hmm. Like if you know you're attracted, don't be alone. Don't be going over each other's house at 10 o'clock at night. It'd be different if you're already over there and you leave at 10. But if you get in there at 10, you know what you came to do. Hello?
I don't know what you come to do. I come to
I came to come, huh?
No, but true, what works for you? Because I feel like when we were coming up in purity culture, it was some very extreme boundaries.
Yeah, like,
and they really made me feel like anything I did, I was finna slip. I was finna backslide. If I look at him too long, you gonna backslide.
Holding hands? Are you kidding me?
What?
You might as well be holding your
butt. Like, you can't kiss, you can't do this. So, like, know your boundaries. You got to know your own. I feel like people have asked us this before, and it's like, I can't tell you what to do and not to do because what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. So, you got to know yourself, honey.
Put you on some drawers that got some holes in them. Because you don't want that first interaction. You got holy drawers.
I mean, I'm saying.
You have to, and I know this sounds funny, and I'm laughing through it, but I'm telling you, you have to do what works for you. If you know you don't have no self-control, like I said, put you on some granny panties.
Don't spend the night, or
don't spend the night.
If you can't do that, don't do that.
Don't be kissing in the mouth with your tongue. That's another thing. Y'all doing too much. You know, you can kiss and lead to touching lead to rubbing lead to take this off. Y'all not gonna talk back.
No, very true. But just know yourself. Because I know for so long I did what other people said that you shouldn't do.
Right.
And then once I did and nothing happened, I was like, I'm good. Like, okay, it's fine. Not to say that I know I used to always give the example of like, if it's a line, you're not trying to get as close to the line as you can without going over. Right. Okay, what can I do? What can I do that's not over the line? You don't got to do all of that, but just have you a nice little space. Leave room for the Holy Ghost.
Hello?
But I'm not doing that whole, like, we know people that like, go out of town and sleep in separate rooms. I'm not. Me personally, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But also, I know I'm okay. But if you just really got to do that,
if that's what you got to do, then do it. Get you 1 room, 2 beds, or if you need a whole nother room.
That's what I'm saying. I know people who like separate room.
I'm not going on vacation with my man
and going in a separate room. What?
I mean, do it if that's what you need to do. Me in my house,
I'm not doing it. I'm not. I can sleep in my bed at the house.
Hello? Think I'm finna go on vacation? I got these matching outfits for nothing? No, you go lay right here.
Hello? Right. But then if you do decide to do the same room, maybe not come out of your towel. Maybe not.
You know.
Maybe.
Or don't be, you know how at nighttime, you put the little booty on them. Don't do that. Because when he get to rubbing, you can't, you can say no.
Yeah.
Like.
But I've had a man who was like respecting me, that I was dating at one point, who was like, hey, I can't.
Yeah.
And I had to respect that. Yeah. Like, I mean, he's like, hey, we can't. I'm all right. You trying to respect what I got going on? Yeah. How can I be like, nah, you finna, So
yeah,
you have to, sometimes it's not just about what you can handle. Sometimes you got to think about, or all the time you should think about what he can handle as well. You're not trying to tease nobody and, lead nobody on.
Right. I remember before I had started my abstinence journey, I had a boyfriend and we were actively, having sex with each other. And I felt like, I was like, I don't need to do this anymore. And I went to him and he was like, he was like, maybe we can like work our way down, but we just can't quit cold turkey. And I'm thinking, you can't quit cold turkey.
I don't know about you.
I got to do this for me. But, when you do have somebody that you have been doing something with and you stop, that is one of the things.
You have to consider that.
Right.
Not to say you shouldn't.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to weather that storm if you decide to, because it's like, regardless as to what he was saying, I had my mind made up.
Mm-hmm. You had your own conviction.
So I had to come to terms with whether we are still together or we break up. This is what I'm doing.
Correct.
So you have to know why you're doing something too.
And I wouldn't say that he's necessarily wrong for his stance.
Right.
So you got to think about all of those things. I guess we need to do another abstinence episode.
So this one was good by, was that Chev? I want to say.
Which number?
Last one, 16.
Yeah.
Okay. She wants to talk about balance. So she said, I started in my 30s and I found out that I'm struggling to equally weigh church, friendships, relationships, family, and work balance. It would be cool to hear wisdom that you've grasped along the way on this. I think that balance is a myth.
Balance is a myth.
I feel like
nothing's getting all of you.
Right. When you nurture something, it means something that is going without. Not to say that it will shrivel up and die like a raisin in the sun.
Come on.
I don't believe that will happen. But if I'm nurturing my relationship with you all the time, there's somebody that I'm not talking to.
Correct.
In that same regard.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do talk to them, they get replenished. They get what they need from me. Sometimes something may take daily watering. Another thing may take weekly watering.
Good. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? And finding the balance, it truly is a myth, because on Sundays you maybe you're serving. So you got to do that. So that means that you're taking away from the time with your family because you're actively serving. Unless all of y'all are serving. So something is going to be left along the wayside. It's just a matter of making sure that when you are nurturing what you're nurturing, you're giving it enough until the next time. Right?
No, that's really, really good, because I definitely think balance is a myth. I have let that go. Like, I'm not trying to. Nothing's going to get all of me, because I have multiple things going on.
Right.
And also not to expect all of something from somebody else either.
Right.
Everybody got a bunch of stuff going on, and we all doing our best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking about work, and I will be a little bit in your business because I still want to respect your privacy.
Okay.
Just a wee bit. So you and your man, y'all are on 2 different time zones, and y'all are both incredibly successful and busy people. What has it been like navigating that part of the relationship, knowing that there are times when we're shooting late, but then it's a school night, or it's just like, talk about that really quickly.
Yeah, no, it's been very difficult. I'm not even gonna lie. It's very, very difficult, because like you said, anytime I do something after work, that a lot of times means I don't get to talk to him.
Yeah.
So going live or hanging out with a friend or any of those
Hanging
things.
out with me.
Yeah, like, I don't get to talk to him that day.
Right.
Because he works late. I be having stuff to do. Like, we're just busy people, but I think it's important to be with somebody who understands.
Right.
Like, I have to be with somebody that has things going on, and I would think he would say the same, because then you have an understanding, but then also you still keep the priority. So I don't let too long go. If I ain't talked to him yesterday, I'm talking to you today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
or maybe we can text today, but we gonna talk on the phone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just to try to keep the connection going.
Right.
But it's never like 100% all the time, because sometimes he got something to do.
Right.
And I'll be at home like, dang, I would really like to talk to him, but he
Yeah.
got something to do.
Yeah.
And I can't complain, because sometimes it's me.
Right.
And he be wanting to talk to me. So it's just being very understanding, giving each other grace.
So you would say the reason why you don't make a fuss about these things is because you understand? Do you still find yourself making a fuss about it?
Yeah,
Even in your understanding?
sometimes. Yeah. You still have to like speak up. You still have to pay attention. Don't let it be too long and stuff like that. So I have told him before, like, all right, it's been 2 days. Tomorrow, figure it out.
I don't care how you gotta do it.
I don't know what you gonna do.
If you got to rob Peter,
so
you
pay
Paul. Come pay Paul.
Something got to shake,
And you know, be you
in a minute. No, yeah, but definitely still be vocal, and share your needs. For sure. Let me see.
She's just on top of it. I'm like, wait, why does it look like this?
Okay, I want to talk about question number 2 from Diamond. Do you think it's possible to meet the right person at the wrong time?
Yeah. Ish. Kinda. Kinda.
If it's the wrong time, can they still be the right person?
Yeah. Because, okay. I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship. I don't know the ins and outs. Ashanti and Nelly. They were together in love, whatever. Now they're back, engaged or married now, and they have their baby or whatever. And it was like 20 years before they got back together again. But they established that connection, a long time ago. And I think that that's the story of a lot of people, like life's circumstances and different things happening. I feel like when you meet that person, you still know that they could possibly be your person or a person to you.
Yeah.
And then, but it's just like the circumstances just not fitting. Like, what if you're not in your right state of mind, like emotionally or mentally, and you do have to mature outside of them? Because if you continue with this person, how detrimental could that be to the relationship?
I agree, but then I also feel like, why is it the wrong time? Like, could they not have gotten it together before? Was it really extenuating circumstances, or was it just personal immaturity? Because I think a lot of people would go through that same situation, but never come back together. They just had the grace to come back together later, and it just so happened the circumstances worked out at the same time.
Right.
But could it not have worked then? You know what I mean? Like, is it really the wrong time, or is it the wrong person? I don't know, because I just feel like, but I agree, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
But also, why couldn't it have worked out before?
So we're thinking about the other person working it out, but it's like the person that they're trying to be with, do they even have the grace to walk with them through that time? Because what if it's not about, let's just say somebody is dealing with depression, and it's hardcore depression, and you don't have the grace as the partner at that particular point in time. You don't have the emotional intelligence or anything like that to help them walk through that time in the midst of their therapy, or until they find the right medicine to be on, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes things just, it's not even always that other person. It could be you. What if you can't take the mood swings in the midst of them trying to figure out their dosage? Or if you don't have the grace to do it, it's not always them. They're
No, I
immature.
agree. It
I'm
definitely
not
can
saying
be
that you
you.
didn't say that, but
No. I guess I see both sides of it.
right.
Because then on
Right.
the other end, I know how much some of those times and going through with someone can just really bond you.
Right.
So I'm not saying that you are right or wrong. I'm just saying I can see both sides
Of course.
of, is it really the wrong time? And I think it's important to be able to discern the difference between the two.
Oh, this one is good. So this one is anonymous. How do I apologize to my man if I was wrong? Can I ask him if he's hungry? Do I have to use the words "I'm sorry"? So in anything, when you are talking to a man, recognize that you're always right.
Girl, they finna jump on you.
Oh my gosh. I'm joking. No, I think that a lot of men don't encounter women who are willing and able to take accountability for their actions. So if you have an opportunity to show a man that you will be accountable for the things that you do wrong toward him, whether it's intentional or unintentional, I think you should definitely take that opportunity to exercise your emotional intelligence and just your level of maturity. I think it takes a lot for anybody to acknowledge when they've done wrong. So it should be done. I believe that people are owed apologies. I believe in apologizing. So if you find yourself being wrong, I don't tell people I'm sorry, because I don't say that about myself.
Mhm.
I just say, hey, I apologize. And when I say I apologize, I talk about the offense as well. Hey, the other day I apologized
And not I apologize if you felt this way.
because obviously I did feel that way. It's because I'm telling you something. Yeah, there's definitely an art to apologies.
Yeah. And I think with anybody, it's important to acknowledge. And I think for men, and I mean, know your man,
Yeah.
they value respect so much that in your apology, make sure that you show that respect, like reaffirm them, like, I respect you, I see your point of view, I heard what you said.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times, I won't say a lot of times, I think there are times when men don't feel heard.
Right.
And so therefore they don't say anything.
Right.
That's why a lot of men are silent, because it's like, she ain't listening. She finna twist up every word I say.
Right.
And so acknowledging what he said in the correct way, reaffirming, I believe in you, or I heard you, and then the changed actions. But then also just know your man and what he wants. Maybe he want a little dinner after, like, hey, I apologize, but also here's this home cooked meal.
Yeah.
Like they may want something else.
I don't feel like they should have to fish for an apology. You should just come right out and say, but again, when it comes to apologizing, I would say, hey, I apologize for X, Y, and Z. I saw how that upset you. What do you need from me? Do you need time, space, or do you want to communicate this? Then you ask like a follow-up, like, what do you need from me? Because that's a matter of like learning someone. If I've offended you, help me, instead of me trying to figure out how I can do this, let me ask you. So ask your man, like, hey, I apologize, I upset you. I recognize that what I did wasn't something that you like. Going forward, I'll be more mindful of it. And when things like this arise, if this was to happen again, what do you need from me? And sometimes it may be different things for different stuff that you do.
Yeah.
He might want you to, hey, yeah, this was a meal offense, or this was a this, so I want you to do this next time. It really just depends on the person.
Yeah. And then just kind of like seeing if it's the right time to talk about it.
Right.
Because some men need time, some men like to talk about it right away. And then I think sometimes as women, we want to explain ourselves, like, okay, because I know I've done it before. That wasn't my intention. This is what I was trying to do. That may not even be necessary.
Right.
So again, I think the most important part of relationships is knowing your partner.
Right.
We look for advice a lot, and that's fine. But know your partner.
Right. That's really good.
Let's see. Have either of you ever experienced a man feeling like you are his soulmate, but you don't feel that way?
Yeah.
Like you had a good run, but you've reached the top of the relationship. There's nothing greater ahead. And that's from Erica.
Yeah.
Baby, they always
Baby,
they gonna spin that block.
Okay.
No, yeah, I've experienced that, but don't fall for it.
Right. Well, you ain't changed
come
that
back
quick.
feeling like that, and then as soon as they get you back like that, that's really the motivating factor.
Yeah.
Is like either getting you back, or you know what I mean, they need that ego boost, and then once the emotions wear off, his feelings being changed.
Yeah.
Go with your first mind, baby.
That's good. I wanted to do 8 really quickly.
Yeah.
If someone who is interested in therapy but can't afford it at the moment, what advice would you offer them that could help them if therapy isn't a viable option? So, if you were in college, I would utilize your campus, what is it called? Guidance counselor or counselor, just your college counselor. I would also say if you have trusted leaders and they have some type of counseling experience, go to them or seek out some type of Christian counseling or, just regular counseling, depending upon who you are. And there's always different resources. I'm pretty sure at different colleges, they need hours if they're trying to be therapists or a psychiatrist. So if anything, I would call around to a psychiatrist or a therapist office and see if they have any interns. And what a lot of times they'll do is they'll let their interns be the one to take you through therapy, and then they sit in because those people need hours. And then they also have this thing called a sliding scale. So a lot of therapists or physicians use a sliding scale, meaning they look at how much money you make and they determine how much you'll pay for it. So it may be as low as $10 or $15. It just depends on who you're going to see. But there are a lot of different things. I would just encourage you to get on Google and just see what's out there and available to you.
That's good. That's good. All right, let's do a couple more real quick. From Renee, I had one of my fallopian tubes and an ovary removed. While I believe I will be able to have children one day, I'm aware that there may be some challenges. So when is the right time to tell someone I'm dating about my reproductive health issues?
I feel like that's a very sensitive thing, and that is your personal business. I feel as though when you are ready and you see that the relationship is getting serious, and not only that you see it, you feel it, you're experiencing it, they're showing you that this is something that they want long term, that's when you can share that. But I would say after you all are in a relationship with each other.
I think
like right on
whenever
the
the
cusp.
topic of kids comes up, you should let them know because they should have the right to choose that. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not saying say it first date, second date, but when it gets to a point where it's more than, do you want to have kids? And y'all are starting to have more in-depth conversations. Cause I know like we're at that age where it comes up, like, and
Very early,
because
yeah.
people need to know. So not first date, second date, when you feel safe and when y'all start having more in-depth conversations about kids, I just feel like it would be, and you don't have to go into detail.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you have to lay out everything from the jump. Give as much as you feel comfortable giving. You can say, there are some health issues around that, that we can dig into deeper. Or you can, let it on so that it's not this complete shock way down the line.
Right.
But it's not something I think you should withhold, especially if that person is like, no, I absolutely want to have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. But feel safe.
Definitely feel safe. Because that's your personal business. It is. And then think about it. If you all aren't together, would this person even be worthy of this type of news? You know what I mean? Like you have to really
definitely have some rapport.
Yeah, just have some rapport, because it's like, and if you wouldn't tell a stranger this, then don't tell this person in the, like 4 months down the line and y'all are serious, then okay, you can have that beginning conversation. I wouldn't say like a year into the relationship.
No, don't hold it back.
No.
Because I believe that you will have kids, Renee, and I stand in agreement with you that when you meet the right person, y'all will be able to reproduce beautiful children. But I still feel like you will even know who is the right person because you'll know that you can tell them.
Amen. That's good.
Yeah. Let's do like one more. We have a little bit of time because we didn't do that other one.
Okay.
All right, one or two more.
Okay.
Alicia says, I love you, TT Sham, but this question is more for TT Nia. But I would love to still hear your take on it.
Okay.
How did you know you wanted to move forward in doing long distance with your man? What kind of actions did he show you to make you say, hey, he's serious about this? Also, send him some hope. Because I'm about to lose my mind in the dating world. I want out already. My girl, Alicia. I think I just had peace about it. I never wanted to be in a long distance relationship. If you would have asked me like 5 years ago, I would have told you absolutely not, because we are long distance, like 3-hour flight, different time zone, long distance. But I just had peace about it. I didn't feel like he was playing games with me. And I got to the point when I was dating that I could tell when men were just like playing games. Like they just weren't upfront with things, and they weren't serious, you know what I mean? Like I could tell they had other stuff going on. And so, like I said, he was just really straightforward. He put in the effort first, so that also made me feel comfortable. Like he's the one that was like, I want to meet you. Booked a plane ticket, booked a hotel, booked a car, and was like, I'm here. So yeah, just seeing him put forth the effort, feeling peace about it. And then we took some time to get to know each other. We met for the first time in person in February. We were not in an exclusive relationship until May. So we like got to know each other for a hot second before we became exclusive. And I just, because people always, when we talk about long distance, people insinuate like, oh, you must really trust him. And I'm like, I don't even think about it. If he gonna do it, he gonna do it. And guess who gonna tell me?
The Holy Ghost.
Hello? I don't think about it. The last time I was dating somebody and they were talking to somebody else, I found out on accident.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Lord will show me, like he loves me and he know I'm on the straight and narrow, trying to do the right thing. Yeah. He's not finna let nobody play me. So, but not that my man is doing that. I don't feel any of that at all. So,
amen.
Feeling comfortable, feeling at peace. And there was a TikTok going around of this girl who was like, long distance actually seems better because it forces them to put in more effort.
Right.
So don't be against it. People ask all the time about that.
How do you navigate difficult moments in your life and come out stronger?
I don't know. I know that I come out of things stronger, like what I'm going through right now, but I don't have a formula. I don't have instructions. Like, I literally broke down crying one day because I was like, Lord, I know it's you. Because I have nothing. Yeah. Like, I have nothing to give. I can't even hardly think straight. And you just keep making it happen every day. I know that it's you. Yeah. So there is no like 1 + 2 = 3 in those difficult moments. Yeah. Pray and hold on.
And then at the end of the day gotta end.
Yeah.
Like it just does. And like every day has its own troubles, but those are the troubles of that day. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's a whole new something happening every day. And it doesn't seem like it all the time. Sometimes we want time to just stop and just give us a second to breathe. But it's like, nah, the day literally is going to end. And you have another opportunity to just stand up and get something done tomorrow. Mm-hmm. By the grace of God.
The psalmist said,
huh?
The sun will come out
tomorrow. Huh?
And that's why I love tomorrow.
And that's why I love tomorrow.
All right. We gotta go.
Wait, hold on. Okay. What's the funniest or most memorable moment that you've had together? Nia said that too.
The funniest moment, I think the hardest I laughed was when we got that episode reels back and we did not like the way that we looked. And like we were texting, we weren't even talking on the phone, but the stuff that she was texting me, I literally was on the ground with tears coming down my face. And that wasn't even an in-person moment.
Right.
That was the funniest moment because that's when I was crying, laughing, like tears.
And what was fun, like I wasn't being funny, and I think that's just what made it. And it's like, no, I'm really going through it on the other end of the phone, and she is kikiing like she's never kikied before.
And I sent you the voice note of me laughing.
Fun fact: I go back and I like text the word, or I type in the words just so I can go back and reread that thread. It just brings me enjoyment.
It's so funny, so funny.
So I guess another non-in-person was when you and I were texting at like 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And you got to know when to hold them
and when to fold them.
Yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. And it was just so, we were unhinged the entire day. I mean, I feel like there was a portion in our friendship where it was just like, what?
Something was wrong with us.
We were just unhinged for no reason.
No reason at all. Just woke up. Why?
We just woke up with foolishness. just woke up.
That's crazy that both of our moments we weren't even together. Come on.
And I mean a kiki kaka.
Really? No, for real, for real. That was fun.
Yeah.
We got through a lot of questions. I hope that if you send a question in, I know we didn't get to a few of them, but maybe next time. So continue to send us those questions for Ask the Aunties whenever we put out that post. The Ask the Aunties is coming up. Make sure you send us the questions so we could try to get yours in. But that was really fun, right, friend?
That was really fun. I'm actually surprised that we got through as many as we did.
Yeah, we did. But y'all enjoy this extra long episode. No.
Dang. Friend.
No. We got to go.
Okay, this one is.
We got to go.
Oh, okay. All right. So when y'all throwing the shoes in the comments, throw them at her.
It's been a long time.
Oh, do you know on one episode they were commenting? They was like, we need our 42 minutes.
Right.
Because it's like a 35-minute episode.
I saw that. So I'm saying y'all enjoy this. This was a long episode. You're welcome. Y'all better be watching.
Right. And we'll know, matter of fact, we'll know you watch to the end when you throw a shoe at Nia.
No. No, put a laughing emoji. Put a laughing emoji.
After you throw the shoe.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next week on another episode of your favorite Aunties podcast.
Bye.